Good morning, SKN. I am Cortensia Carty.
And I'm Alicia Daniel Blake. And we begin this morning with the weather. And it's fair to partly cloudy skies with a 20% or a slight chance of a brief passing shower. A high of 88 degrees and a low of 72 degrees Fahrenheit.
It dropped by 3 from Friday.
Nice weather.
Yeah, lovely weather. Right. The morning wasn't that hot. So, it is 100 episode.
Yay! And from this, you know we're going to have a
party. So thank you for sticking with us. I joined at the 30th episode and I'm here for 70 years. Yeah. So thank you, viewers, for watching us every morning and waking up with us every morning at 8 a.m. right here at Good Morning SKN.
Yes.
So once again, it's
thank you very much.
We now begin with the latest in our local stories today. This from CFBC offers nursing courses online. This from SKNIS. The contemporary structure of nursing education has changed in St. Kitts and Nevis as an increasing number of courses offered by the Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College are now available online. Dr. Rondalyn Bradshaw, Dean of the Division of Health Sciences, said that the initial training for the staff to transition to an online platform was completed just before the Federation was impacted by the COVID-19 virus in 2020. The success of the online teaching and testing program, coupled with current trends in technology, strengthened the conviction of the CFBC administration. Dr. Bradshaw stated on May 12th edition of Working for You, and quote, because of COVID-19, the University of the West Indies students are doing all exams online. So the CFB students have no problem connecting the dots when they get to the online system, end quote. She noted that students are able to go online and access courses content by reading the materials and taking collective quizzes. Dean Bradshaw further expressed, and quote, they have more flexibility and they can read over the same thing 100 times. They can look at the prepared lectures, the recorded lectures 100 times. You can't ask the lecturer one question 100 times, but you can play it, stop it, and make your notes. So it is very beneficial, end quote.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at that. Soon maybe we won't go to school.
Yeah, everything is going online.
Everything is going online.
Yeah, and as you said, there are benefits.
Yeah, 100 times. A teacher would get fed up, like, why you ask me that again?
Exactly.
Again?
Yeah.
So yeah, it has its benefits.
So next up in our local news, from Win Media. In commemoration of the International Museum Day 2022, the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society will be engaging students from various primary schools on Nevis in an afternoon of old-time games and fun activities. The event is slated for Thursday, May 19th, on the grounds of the Museum of Nevis History. According to a release from the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, every year since 1977, on or around the 18th of May, participating museums plan events and activities related.
I remember a task. I don't remember that. I remember Sally Water and skipping with vines. Yeah, we skipped with anything we could have found.
Yes.
So that's good.
It is cultural transference, as I mentioned. Yeah. So that the younger generation can know the games that used to be played, even if they don't continue, because they're more into their
the
devices.
Tablets, yeah. Well, hopefully something goes on. We continue now with story number 3. Determination brings CG big win with Lucky Pick and the Caribbean Lottery. This from ZIZ Newsroom. A determined Lucky Pick winner, GC, is now on a high after taking her winnings up a notch from $10 to $78,250 in the Caribbean Lottery Lucky Pick game. GC, who has been playing the game since being introduced to it by Her father noted that this is the first time she has gained such a significant reward over a decade of playing a lucky pick. A surprise, GC said, and quote, "I did not know what to choose, and my dad told me to let the machine choose. I had to go to a funeral, so I left the tickets with my dad. He called me to tell me that I won some money, but I thought it was about $10 on the Super Lotto, which is what I normally win. He said, no, I won money, but I still could not believe it," end quote. Despite her previous unsuccessful attempts with Lucky Pick and marginal wins with Super Lotto, GC explained that her consistency was fueled by her desire to win and not be broke anymore. GC remarked, and quote, "I was broke. If you want something, you keep at it. When you feel like you are not getting anywhere, that's when the luck comes. It's my first time winning such a big amount. It's a long way from the $10 I'm used to winning, and it is going to take some time to process," end quote. So consistency is the key. And I like how it's just GC, so nobody knows. So nobody can go and say, lend me 1,000. GC, I like that.
That's a good point.
Keep it inconspicuous.
So congratulations, GC.
Congrats, GC. Enjoy your winnings, spend wisely, and don't forget to pay the taxman if you have to.
Yes, and with that note, it's our 100th episode.
Stay tuned. We will continue after this.
More fun in store.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart, and always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water, or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
We now continue with the latest in regional news, so welcome back to Good Morning SKN. And this is from Win Media. The British Virgin Islands has started work on some of the 45 recommendations in the Commission of Inquiry report needed to address governance concerns on the territory with the launch of 4 criminal investigations. The announcement of the investigations was made in a statement from the Governor General of the BVI, Mr. John Rankin. His Excellency Rankin instructed the Commissioner of Police in the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, Mr. Mark Collins, to undertake the criminal investigations recommended in the report. The investigations will be as follows. A criminal investigation into the conduct of the Premier's office under the previous Premier in obstructing the Director of the Internal Audit Department in respect of her audit of the COVID-19 assistance programs. Recommendation. A criminal investigation or investigations into the recovery of the public money expended on the Seacow Bay Harbor Development Project and the Virgin Islands Neighborhood Partnership Project. Recommendation B20. Third, a criminal investigation or investigations into the recovery of the public money expended in the disposal of parcel 310 of Block 2938B, Road Town Registration. Recommendation B32. And 4, an investigation into possible corruption into Her Majesty's Customs. Recommendation B40. The Governor General shared that criminal investigations are already underway concerning 2 capital projects suspected of being implications for corruption. The Elmore Stout High School Perimeter Wall Project and the BVI Always Project. Wow. So these investigations are now taking place in the BVI concerning former Premier Foy.
I say one thing goes bad, a whole can of worms open. So we got to be careful with what we do in life because it comes around.
Because we see it's much more than what he was caught with in terms in the U.S. There are several other investigations, 4 to be exact.
Wow. We continue now with international news. A bit on the sad side, Buffalo shooting, gunman deliberately sought black victims. This from the BBC. The man suspected of shooting dead 10 people at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York, deliberately sought a site with a high black population, authorities said. The suspect, Peyton Genron, 18, drove more than 320 kilometers to carry out the attack, police say. The attack is being investigated as an act of racially motivated violent extremism. Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown said the suspect arrived intending to take as many black lives as possible. Questions are being asked about how he was able to carry out the attack when he was already on the radar of authorities. Mr. Genron had previously threatened a shooting at his high school last June, a law enforcement officer told the Associated Press. He underwent a medical examination afterwards. A 180-page document seemingly authored by Mr. Genron has emerged, in which he describes himself as a fascist and a white supremacist. New York Governor Katie Hochul told ABC News, and quote, "I want to know what people knew and when they knew it," end quote. Police said the suspect had done reconnaissance of the area and the day before the shooting.
Wow.
This is when we take forever to do something. We allow people to do what they want. Like I was watching a show yesterday, a news article, and this guy, he murdered somebody over a parking spot and he was out on bail. But his karma came back. He never made it back to jail. He's dead now. Oh. He got killed, which is sad because it doesn't solve anything, but...
Well, we see the long arm of the law sometimes takes some time to reach.
We just had to be a bit more vigilant when we see stuff like this, and we just deal with the problem before anything happens. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it for the latest in regional and international news as we celebrate our 100th episode.
We'll
Up next,
right back.
we have Lynn Bass and Christine Walwyn. Stay tuned.
The continued fight against COVID-19 requires the continued practice of public health measures across all sectors and in every community. Frequent and proper hand washing, wearing face masks, and physical distancing. Do you know who is not physical distancing? The Aedes aegypti mosquito. Let's avoid overloading our healthcare systems. This means simultaneously protecting yourselves and your loved ones from all disease, including mosquito-borne illness like dengue fever, Zika, and chikungunya viruses. Did you know that dengue is the most common mosquito-borne viral disease in the world? So let's get to work. Use window and door screens to keep mosquitoes out. Change the water in vases and scrub inside surfaces to remove mosquito eggs. Avoid using saucers with potted plants to prevent collection of water. Securely cover water barrels and drums with mosquito netting and properly fitted covers. Scrub the inside walls of water barrels and drums with detergent 1 to 2 times per week. Walk around the outside of your home and remove or overturn containers that can collect water and become breeding sites. Mosquitoes only need a small amount of water to lay their eggs. Remove unwanted cans, bottles, buckets, or used tires. Other items still in use must be properly stored in covered areas to avoid water settling in them. Clean roof gutters and air conditioner trays. Debushing and removing tall grass from around your home or establishment is also key to reducing mosquito populations. To decrease your risk of being bitten by infected mosquitoes, use proven personal protective methods too. Apply an effective mosquito repellent to exposed areas of skin according to manufacturer's instructions. Wear light-colored long pants and shirts while outdoors in the early morning and late afternoons. Further, protect vulnerable family members like pregnant women, children, the elderly, and persons who are unwell by using mosquito nets to sleep or rest, even during the day. Fight the bite and protect yourself and your family too from mosquito-borne diseases. This message is brought to you by the Pan American Health Organization, Office for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean countries.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
As a hypertensive patient, in my home, I reduce salt intake by not adding salt during the preparation of my food, not having a salt shaker on my table, limiting the consumption of salty snacks, and choosing products with low sodium content. That's why I am salt smart.
Every time I feel can't do no different. Swear me.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who can support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen?
Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Today we celebrate our 100th episode. Yay!
100.
Right here on GMSKN. But we are not the only ones celebrating. The Business and Professional Women's Club is an international organization designed to empower and assist working women. Here in St. Kitts, BPW is celebrating its founding day today, May 16th. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we have today with us, and we give them a warm welcome, Lynn Bass, the president-elect of BPW St. Kitts, and Dr. Christine Williams Walwyn, the regional event and financial manager of BPW North America and the Caribbean. Ladies, congratulations once again.
And congratulations to you too on your 100th.
Oh,
thank you very much. So the first question for you is, are there any celebratory activities that are taking place to commemorate Founding Day?
Well, we started our celebrations yesterday.
Oh,
okay.
We started by giving thanks.
Amen.
Where we worship at the Immaculate Conception Cathedral, the Catholic Church.
Yes.
Okay. So a group of us went to church yesterday, and then we went to Kitchen Hill for lunch.
Lovely.
So we started on the weekend, being a Sunday, with our celebrations. And then we're here today.
Nice. Okay.
And later we are also visiting a past member.
Okay.
She's an amputee.
Okay.
So we're gonna carry good wishes and greetings to her.
Okay. Sure, she's gonna appreciate the visit.
Can you share the name?
Mrs. Sylvia Isaac.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Former nurse.
A former nurse,
Yes.
yeah, I know. Antonio's mommy.
Yes.
Yeah. So, ladies, tell us, how has the organization grown since it was founded in 1975?
Okay. Before 1975, it's an international organization. It was founded by Lena Madison Phillips in 1919. That's in the USA. And then she branched off and had other groups started in various parts of the world. It is now in the 5 continents, having over 100 countries. Back to home here, we started in 1975. The founding member was Miss Pamela Wall.
Oh.
She started it in St. Kitts.
She's been here on the show.
She has been.
Yeah, and it went dormant for a little while, and then in 2012, we started again, and since that we are going steady.
That's
nice.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Good. But were there any more activities, or it was that?
You mean for today?
In commemoration of today. That was it?
That was it, really,
yes.
Oh,
just
okay.
do outreach and
okay.
All right. Good. So is there an overarching objective of BPW? We know it's designed for women, working women. What's the overarching objective?
It's really for the empowerment
of women.
Girls in all
Okay.
areas, yes.
Okay.
And as we see, advocacy, education.
Yeah. We have development sessions, mentoring young women and girls. As Christine said, women advocacy, fellowship, and fundraising activities or assistance.
Right. So what's the last fundraising activity you had?
Well, we usually have a monthly new to you sale where we sell mainly clothing that are not to use, fairly new clothing, sometimes new. We do it on a monthly basis. We started out selling working attire because we felt that one should present themselves properly in the workplace. And we have branched off to other clothing for everybody in the family. So we have that at the last Saturday of every month. So we used to be in front of CIBC, but we are now in TDC parking lot on Bank Street.
Yes.
The last Saturday of every month.
Okay, so go on out and support BPW.
I might stress the clothing are very, very nice clothing. You know.
You heard it here first.
Yes, some of us go shopping and we pull things off the rack and then we get home and they can't fit.
Yes.
You know, that's one of my. What do we do with it? We donate it to BPW. And our prices are very reasonable. You can get suits for $20, $30. Right.
We try not to have anything over $50.
Right.
Okay, look at that.
So it's really an empowerment activity too, because you're helping young people getting into the working world and
very
getting
good. That is very good.
etc.
So if a woman like me wanted to join BPW, what are the requirements that I need to have?
You need to be a woman who needs to be empowered.
Okay.
Right, and it's not an elitist or socialist organization. You just need to have an interest.
Okay.
You come to 3 meetings.
Okay.
And you show your interest.
Okay.
And there's an application process, and we will be very happy to have you.
Ms. Bass, you spoke to women's advocacy a little while back. Can you expound on that a little bit for us?
We feel that women should be in all sectors of society, including government. So we lobby for women's rights. Right now we're working to have equal parity by the year 2030. So
what do you mean by that? Equal parity?
Be on the same equal level with men, not you're doing the same work, and we should have different pay because I'm a woman. But once the work is satisfactory, both of us should.
One of the things that BPW, I'm not sure if the word is celebrate, but we acknowledge, is that it takes a woman an extra 3 months to get the same pay as a man.
It does.
Right.
Interesting.
So generally, throughout the world, a man works for 1 year and gets a salary. The woman have to work for 1 year and 3 months
to get that same salary.
Wow. By nature, we just go in at a lower level, and we basically stay at a lower level. And some of us take time off for maternity leave or for childbearing and all the other things. So we are pushed back, and the man continues to go ahead. So in March, it's normally celebrated Equal Pay Day.
Okay.
And you would see some of us sometimes have a bag, a red bag, that we use as a symbol for Equal Pay Day. Okay. It's celebrated in March in most of the Americas and in Europe. But in some countries, some third world countries, it's actually celebrated or acknowledged in September.
Okay.
So it's not just 1 year and 3 months, it's 1 year and 9 months to get the same pay.
Okay. Wow. So ladies, on that note, we have to take a short break, but we'll be back on our 100 episode. Viewers.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes! When you feel it shaking and it's swimming around, you see the ocean gone left the fish and the sand. You should run to hide
Uncle not here and the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell us tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see, Sammy.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are speaking with members of the Business and Professional Women's Club, Lynn Bass, President-elect, St. Kitts, and Christine Walwyn, Regional Event and Financial Manager, BPW North America and the Caribbean. So ladies, can you expound on your roles and explain the differentiation amongst both of those roles?
Okay, as I told you, it's a worldwide club, and we are separated into each continent is a region. We have the European continent, that's a region, the African, Asian and Pacific, South America, and then North America and the Caribbean. So each region is governed by a coordinator. And in the North America and the Caribbean, our coordinator is Ms. Dawn Williams, and Christine is her assistant.
Okay.
But they came from the local club, St. Kitts local club. So they're still a member of the St. Kitts local club.
Okay. Okay.
But they're also in charge of the region.
Oh, okay. So you are
coordinate the region.
Right. So you are with respect to the local.
Yes.
St. Kitts president-elect, and Christine, you're with the region, assisting Dawn Williams.
Yes.
Okay. So what does your role entail?
Okay. You notice we're saying president-elect because we just had elections this past week too. So President-elect Bass will be officially installed in June.
Okay, good.
Right? So she'll go for the next year or two. Yes. So in all region, North America and the Caribbean, Dawn Williams is the coordinator or the president of the region, which entails from Canada in the North, Canada, the United States, and throughout the Caribbean. First time someone from St. Kitts, of course, is in that position.
Wow, we're always taking leaps ahead, yeah?
Exactly, yes. And we've come from 47 years ago, starting the club in St. Kitts, to get into this position. And so Dawn sits on the international board.
Okay.
Right. And I'm her assistant. And there's a regional committee of about 7 persons, which I'm one. I'm the only person from St. Kitts, and then we have persons from throughout the region, from North America, from Canada, USA, and the other parts of the region.
Okay.
We basically coordinated the activities of our area. And we are very pleased to announce that next January, St. Kitts, BPW St. Kitts will be hosting the Conference of North America and the Caribbean. So we would have maybe 200 to 300 women, empowered women, come to St. Kitts Nevis for about a 1-week period.
Congratulations again. I think that's a pom-pom shake.
Celebration.
Yes. And including the international president and the international committee.
Okay.
Our international president, Ms. Catherine Bosa, is from Switzerland.
Oh.
So we're quite excited to welcome her. And then the international committee basically is from all over the world. The first vice president is from Thailand. The second vice president is from Italy, and you go through
the immediate past president Amani, she's from Egypt.
Right? So they all will be coming to, and then there's a regional coordinator from each area, so they all will come to St. Kitts.
Nice.
And which is quite a biggie for us, and we were really happy and fortunate to have gotten the nod to host the conferences.
Yes,
that is good.
Of course, we had to put a promotion together, and we want to say thanks to the Ministry of Tourism, who have come on board with us. The St. Kitts Marriott Resort, in the country, the conference is going to be hosted there, and our Governor General has so graciously. He has been a really big supporter for BPW. He has hosted us before at our installation, and he's already given us the nod that he will be hosting our welcome ceremony.
That's great news.
So
yes.
great, yeah. So we're looking forward to bringing the BPW world to St. Kitts.
Yeah, and I know you guys are going to make them feel very welcome. Show them some of that Kittitian hospitality. Yes, indeed. Something exciting to look forward to.
Indeed.
And so over the next couple of months, we'll be back and forth, getting the assistance of the general public, St. Kitts and Nevis, to help us welcome BPW sisters.
Yeah, so you heard it here first on Good Morning SKN.
The 100th episode.
100th episode.
Where my voice want to go.
So in terms of your specific professions, how has BPW helped you? So give us a testimonial.
Well, I am a rolling stone. I've moved from one area to the next. Currently, I'm a senior lecturer at CFBC, and definitely in terms of public speaking and in public empowerment, I'm sure most of St. Kitts Nevis knows that I come from a tourism background.
Yes.
My North American counterpart would think I come from a science background, so that's why I said, I'm a rolling stone. And it's really, BPW is really an area that assists in not just networking, and we have mentors, as you can tell, all over the world. Great networking activities for us, and it definitely helps with our empowerment and our development of people through the organization.
Okay. And you, Lynn?
Yes, well, BPW has helped me, one, maybe to get out a bit of my shyness, and I always have an urge to help people. And it's a club that go out and we do things in the community, we assist people, and I enjoy doing that. And the public speaking, we have sessions in public speaking, and it really helped me a lot to get out there and to speak about BPW and not be shy to take part in activities.
Okay. And we know one of the activities that was previously mentioned is the visit that is taking place to the former nurse. But tell us some of the other activities that are community-oriented, because you mentioned going out there into the community.
Well, just last weekend, Mother's Day, we assisted mothers. We gave out quite a few gift baskets to young mothers in the community of both St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yes.
So that was one of our community activities. Over the past year, of course, because of COVID, we were restricted in some of the things that we do. We normally have lots of fundraising in order to do our developmental activities, but they were limited. We haven't had I think we have two signature events, which was a soiree and a tea party, but we haven't been able to host it over the past 2 years because of more limitations due to COVID. But look out for us next year. We'll be coming back out and doing all the other things. We do coaching sessions with young girls, high school girls, etc. We work very closely with the children home in terms of physical infrastructure as well as developmental. So we basically go out and look for persons who needs help along the way, emotionally, physically, etc. And that's what we're about. And also the networking amongst us to help develop ourselves.
Yes, and we have done 2 projects. One, we had a foot care clinic with senior citizens where we invite them and we had professional come and look at we had a doctor on board also who looked at the feet and see if the circulation was okay, and then they got pedicures and things like that. We partnered with Petri Newton. We did that. And we also did a wellness clinic. We did it twice, and we hope we'll do it again. We partnered with the Ministry of Health, where we had
cervical cancer
screening. We did blood pressure and diabetes, and Rotary was there at one time too, who did eye testing. We even got an award in Egypt at our last Congress for doing that.
Oh, nice. Well,
what was important about that is that we did these sessions on a Saturday morning at the health centers. So, people who work during the day, the ladies who work at the factory who can't get off time, etc. Even though these tests are available in the health center free of cost, during the week they're not able to access them. So we work with the Ministry of Health for them to open the health centers on Saturday mornings, and then we so that they can have the tests. And, of course, we provide refreshments and all the other backup stuff. And that was really very good. And we got a lot of people tested. Of course, we wouldn't follow up to see whether they were positive or negative. We leave that to the healthy officials. But just providing access to that, that was really applauded by our peers.
Yes. For the month, we had over 400 persons tested.
That's good. That's very commendable, but we have to take a quick commercial break. And before we do that, though, you mentioned to join, you'd have to attend the 3 sessions, 3 meetings. Where can we find you online in case somebody would like more information about BPW before we go?
BPW St. Kitts. We are on Facebook, on Instagram, and there's a website, BPW St. Kitts.
Thank you very much for that wonderful interview.
Welcome and congrats
and the exclusive.
Yes, and congrats on your anniversary.
Thank you.
And we will continue to celebrate our 100th episode after this. Stay tuned.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said, when Uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes!
Mommy, Uncle not here in the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami I come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school,
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see, Sammy.
I'm here to St. Kitts, Nevis. You don't know if I must represent for the Ministry of Health. Yeah. Respect the COVID protocols. In a time like this, all for one for all. St. Kitts, Nevis. Don't forget your mask. Wear it everywhere you go. Sanitize before and after everything you do. Cause you never know what's on the surface of the places you go. Maintain a safe social distance between me and you. Keep calm and stay focused. Don't be a fool, seek the facts first. And boost your immune system up. Don't wanna lose no more of us. Mass up furlough, sanitize, Observe the protocols all about. Be wise. Mask up, roll out. Sanitize. Me family fitting boat. And you.
Blessed love and greetings. This is Infamous, and I am here to encourage every Kititian and Nivision to remember that we have our part to play in the fight against COVID-19. So sanitize, wear your face mask, practice social distancing, and go and get vaccinated. For me no know about you, but me love think it's bad. Easy no man.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the doorway or any exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, don't want to run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Do you know that common baked goods such as bread and crackers are high in salt? Get Salt Smart.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. And Hortensia, it's our 100th episode. And if you look on segment, you will see Jaime.
The intro that got released from jail.
Yes. And guess what? In our 100th episode, he's going to be with us for this segment, and we'll be talking behind bars, front of the scene.
Full name right there.
That you would have seen and that you would recognize with us. So let's get rolling because we have a bit of video. We're going to show you exactly what people said to us when we went downtown Bastille. What they said.
Interesting. I would like to see what they had to say, you know. It's unfortunate I wasn't there. I was in prison.
You're probably just maybe on your little parole hearing, you know.
Taken away.
You could say I was released on good behavior.
That's good.
That depends if you want to believe me.
Okay, so gosh.
He's here with us though.
We're aiding and abetting?
Looks that way.
Oh my God.
On our 100th episode.
You know what I must do? I have a feeling that this video is very important to you all. And I know there's a lot that goes on at Studio 327. A lot that happens. It's celebratory that we've made it. Well, I can't even say we, I badged in. I apologize. There's a few to share. We've made it. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to be right back. Just give me one second.
Back.
We have behind me again.
Looking at a video with us and telling us, what's your most interesting episode?
I don't remember the number, but Charlotte and her brother. Squeak. And then when the lady says, you want to go to her, Charlotte? Squeak. Like, no, I am not going to her. That was my most memorable.
For those of you who haven't seen it, we had the representatives from agriculture come over. And what they did was they brought some little animals that we had a petting zoo on Monday. And we had a little piggy who just refused to cooperate.
Yep.
So that was really fun. Guess what? We are ready with that video. So let's have a look.
Good morning, SKN.
Well, the people that I would like to see really on that show, I would like to see a man like Ike, a man like Sugar-Borne, and I got other people, but they ain't popping up in my mind. So I'll just say more included, but they ain't in my mind as yet. Yes.
There's no one in particular, but most of the guests are very educational and informative. It's a good program.
I would like to see Team Hustle, Stack It and Catering and Good Morning SKN as a guest. Yes.
Good morning, SKN. I would like to wish you a happy anniversary, 100th episode.
Happy anniversary and your 100th episode. And congratulations, and continue to do a good job in presenting the message, educational and very informative. You have a wonderful time on this occasion. Thank you very much.
Good morning, SKN. We are Team Hustle, Catering and Stack It, and we watch Good Morning SKN on YouTube. Good morning, SKN. Lovely. For my wife and I, we would like to wish Good Morning SKN on a happy anniversary on the 100th episode. Yes.
Good morning, SKN, and your happy 100th show. My name is Razor, and big up to your happy anniversary show. Yeah, and SKN, you don't know.
Good morning, SKN. My name is Lapsy, and congratulations on your 100th episode.
My name is Bobo Hashai. Big up yourself, enough love. SKN, keep it rocking. Good morning, SKN.
Yes, I have seen.
Hey, so there were some people who saw it.
Yeah, and watched. It does. It does highlight the aspects of society that we're not aware about. It does let us know what's happening. So I would say it's a very educational show. And it's for our whole history, like we had this morning with the games that they're trying to keep. It's a good show.
It keeps people up to date about what's happening. So that's something that some persons would look forward to. And it also brings to the fore the events that we're having as well in the Federation. And it's not just the show for St. Kitts, but it's our show for the whole Federation. So it's and both St. Kitts and Nevis and the diaspora. And those of you who live out there internationally.
And wishing to come to St. Kitts. Follow us as we tell you every day on Good Morning SKN to get the content of what is going on in St. Kitts and Nevis.
So we definitely give you a taste and a flavor of St. Kitts. And I think we were talking about your most memorable show being the one with Piggy.
Brother and sister.
And I think for me, it would have been Turkey Killer.
Oh.
We had him on the show. He was dressed to his teeth.
Almost in Jaime colors, but
almost
brighter.
in, yes.
But
kind
brighter.
of blue, kind of dark, but don't forget the sparkles. Don't forget the sparkles. You cannot have a show with Turkey Killer without his sparkles. And guess what? He was the second most watched show.
Wow.
Clip. Yeah.
Interesting indeed. Interesting indeed.
Who's that?
Jaime, he's back.
Jaime!
Because
with a lighter color than what Turkey Killer wore.
You were supposed to walk with your pom-pom.
I can't see things, we gotta celebrate. Y'all out here telling me that
look at the name.
Turkey Killer is on the show.
Jaime
Fernandez.
I gotta say your name. Jaime Fernando Rodriguez Martinez Morris.
I had to shorten it there. I was told I couldn't put my full name. Like how I run things, run the show, run the studio, can't put on my full name. I feel disrespected, honestly.
Yeah.
But I realize you guys were disrespecting me, talking about how Turkey Killer has all this.
Yeah,
this
he got the
glamour.
best views, man.
What happened to me?
Views.
But I did mention that you are wearing something that's close to what Turkey Killer wore. But Turkey Killer has more shine. So maybe next time you need to bring his shine.
That's a backhanded compliment.
Yep.
I did my hair over. You see how I had it? I bleached it last time.
Yeah.
It took hours to get out of that. And now here I am, back on the show being disrespected. This is why Kurt is still in prison. I had to leave him.
Oh my, I do.
Yeah, Kurt's not here today.
Crime.
No, I had to leave him. He was slowing me down in jail. He wanted to get us on good behavior. I needed to get out. No. So I can't really sit on television how I escaped.
Yeah.
Oh my.
But that's what happened.
So what was your favorite one?
I was just gonna
My favorite episode?
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes, if I'm being honest, was, I don't remember the lady's name, but she came to talk about black empowerment. It was the same day we had the woman from St. Thomas, I believe, talking about mental health. And it was very interesting. I also like the singers, Miss Chanel, Crucial Banky, Dejo.
Yes.
And you guys had a bunch of different artists and so on. From the very beginning, going from Steel Pan to more singing, and I'm excited to see where we go in the future.
Yeah, we had Steel Pan again because we had Aaron who will be representing us. Yeah, Aaron Mentos, who will be representing St. Kitts and Nevis in the Panorama. So yeah, we have had a wide range of stuff. So listen, guys, let's do that 100th episode. Yay! We'll be right back after this short commercial.
Where's our cut guy?
If you gradually use less salt, you will gradually want less salt. Eating less salty foods will reduce your cravings for salty foods. Let's get salt smart.
Bless up, Dejo here, and I'm doing my part in the fight against COVID-19 by following all safety protocols and, most importantly, rolling up my sleeve for the vaccine. So I'm encouraging you to do the same, because that's our best shot of protecting ourselves, our family, and our friends. So don't wait, vaccinate. Let's roll up to roll out.
Yeah. I know we can make it. It's only just a phase. Once we're vaccinated, and everybody gonna be safe. Everybody gonna be one kind, one people. We are roll up to roll up. Cause no man's alone. Do what's right. Cause I love you. And we're in this together, my sister. to my radar. I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much. I think it's better for us, yeah, yeah. It's better for us. Hey, I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much, yeah, yeah. It's better for us. Tell your mommy to roll up to roll out.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao, bango!
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. It's time for us to loosen up. In honor of our 100th episode, we will be answering some trivia questions related to Good Morning SKN. Oh my God, am I going to win this one or not?
I don't think so.
Since I joined at the 30th episode, hopefully it's questions after that.
Or maybe hopefully it's not naming names.
So as we continue to celebrate, we will begin our trivia. You at home, please. Yes. At home or at work or wherever you're watching us from, participate and let us know how you did.
Yeah. Let us know how much you know about GMSKN. So the first question is, what was the name of the first dog on GMSKN? Oh, me. Marley.
That's shit. I should have just said it. The cutest little manly puppy that loves a treat. Marley, you want a treat? Marley's like, what?
Yeah,
I want a treat.
Doggy.
Yeah. Marley's a sweet little one. Oh my God.
Okay, want to read it?
How many popcorn flavors did Island Poppers, bring on Good Morning SKN? Ping me. I think it was 4.
Okay, I think so too, actually.
Yeah, I remember tasting that.
4. And what were the names of the 3 male nursing students who appeared on GMSKN? And I'll go for this one. And
we needed the buzzers, guys.
Yeah.
I needed to win.
This one is Mikhail, Davino, and Tariq.
Okay, you got it. Jeremiah, he's still in the Bible. He wasn't here. Who first performed on Good Morning SKN? Oh my gosh, I don't know this one.
I know Chanel.
See, I should have gone with my gut, you know. This is not a fair game. We need a buzzer. 'Cause I need to keep my winning streak. I can't lose on the 100th episode.
How many days of Christmas did we celebrate in December?
12.
12.
Yay! I just stuck to celebrating the 12 days of Christmas that everybody celebrates.
The normal celebration.
Yeah. Who was the first 2022 Nevis Tourism Ambassador on Good Morning SKN? Me, Nakiva Marie. Gotta come up.
Okay, you
I
got
gotta
that
come
one.
up. I gotta come up, man.
How many times has Shira Flanders appeared on GMSKN?
4.
No, 2.
I said 4. 2? 3.
Oh. It's between, yeah.
Oink, oink.
Yeah, we did have fun with that little piggy.
Aww.
On which episode did Hortensia first appear?
Let's see if you got that. Oh, you don't know it? Episode 30. As I said, I'm here still 3 years and 10 episodes later.
On what day was GMSKN?
The 6th of December.
Yes, 6th of December.
And I wasn't here, but I know that. Oh my God. Hortensia, of course, the winner of all games.
Yeah,
she's
Hortensia
even trying
won.
to win again today.
How many women appeared on our International Women's Day special? 5.
11?
Oh, they're counting Nevis.
Oh, yeah.
They're counting Nevis. Yeah, we didn't count Nevis.
I apologize. It's Good Morning SKN.
Yes, Good Morning SKN.
Why did I think it was?
Yeah.
Because we had back-to-back episodes.
Who was the first guest to appear on GMSKN on Zoom?
Oh my God.
I would say Rockcliffe Bowen.
Okay, I don't know this one.
No, I think I'm wrong actually. Yep.
I should have.
I realized afterwards.
My gut said Corinne Clark, but then I realized seeing Corinne Clark in here in the studio.
I remembered, yeah.
Oh, I could have been ahead. Who was the first guest on Good Morning?
I'm gonna say Shannon Harley.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, she got that. Now we gotta edge out this tie.
Who was the first? Go ahead.
Who was the first artist on Good Morning SKN?
Vaughn Anslin.
I should have just guessed it since he's an artist.
Okay.
What disease did HIV.
HIV.
What disease did Lucine Pemberton Vaughn discuss on Good Morning SKN? Sorry, I didn't read the question. HIV.
And when was our 50th episode?
1st of March.
Yeah.
That was just a guess.
Yeah. I was like, yeah.
That's it?
That's it?
And I kept up my streak for the 100th episode.
No. That was a lucky fluke because it's only one. And I was actually waiting for more. Another episode that I really liked was the one that was mentioned with Liska Bass because she actually brought her material and showed how to do a type of stencil kind of thing. And it came out really nice. Right, yeah, I like that episode. And don't forget Miss Sue.
Oh my God, how can I forget
Miss Sue is another artist who has been on our show.
Been mentioned many times on our show, and then she finally came in and we got that lovely sunset painting that myself and Janie did.
So we've had many guests, we've had Zoom guests, we've had guests who've come in person, and guess what? It's all fun. It's all good, and we try to make people welcome.
Mr. Brown was
here
the next guest too.
At GMS, Mr. Brown?
Yeah, the forestry officer. Is it
yes, he was fun.
I enjoyed
Dr.
him.
Eric Brown.
Yeah, I enjoyed
he was
him.
fun. Yeah. So
we enjoy all of our guests.
We enjoy all of our guests.
You know, the brain as we age it forgets sometimes. But thank you for coming on Good Morning SKN and ensuring that we got to episode
100. And thank you for following us on all of our social media platforms. So we've got much more in store for you. So we'll be right back after this short commercial.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me
Let
go!
go what? You just see what real happening. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Every weekend Mom and Dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who can support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now, but my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Has anyone ever touched you here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization. Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Have you heard about the Food and Nutrition or FAN project? Well, allow me to introduce or reintroduce it to you. The Improving Household Nutrition Security and Public Health in CARICOM, also known as the Food and Nutrition or the FAN project, was started in 2018. It focuses on addressing obesity and diet-related non-communicable diseases in 3 CARICOM countries, specifically Jamaica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and our Twin Island Federation, St. Kitts and Nevis. Today, we warmly welcome Professor Alafia Samuels, the principal investigator in the FAN project, to tell us more about this. Welcome, Professor
Good morning.
Alafia.
Welcome to our 100th episode, Professor.
Yes, welcome to our 100th episode.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So our first question, was there anything in particular that motivated the launch of the FAN project? Why have this project?
Well, you know, the Caribbean has the worst epidemic of chronic diseases in the region of the Americas. We have more heart attack and stroke and diabetes and even United States or Canada, and our people get these diseases early. You know, in those countries, they get it in the 60s and 70s. Here, it's nothing for a man to die of a heart attack or stroke in his 40s and 50s. Everybody knows somebody like that, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that was the motivation, because we know that unhealthy diet is a leading modifiable risk factor for these diseases. So we wanted definitely to do something around helping people to eat better.
Okay.
So when you say eat better, can you speak to something in particular? Do we eat more vegetables?
So what we talk about is what we call dietary diversity, right? Which means plenty different types of food. So, you know, you have your usual food groups, you have your starches and your protein, which people eat all the time, but you also have vegetables and fruits, nuts, seeds, peas, beans. You know, this is the kind of thing. And the colors in your plate. You should have the rainbow of colors in your plate.
Yes. So that's something that we can't access in these parts because we have lots of fruits, we have lots of vegetables. I think the only concern for some people might be that the cost, it might be cheaper in some islands to get the vegetables that are imported because the price sometimes is cheaper than the ones that are not. So how would we be able to address something like that?
Yes, you know, in small island developing states, we have a problem of what they call economies of scale. We don't have big enough, you know, there are some farms in the United States that are the size of St. Kitts.
Yes.
Right, just a farm. Okay, so when they buy one tractor to work that farm, they have a lot of land to work. But when your farmer buys a tractor, he has like 2 acres to work with the same tractor, which costs the same money. In fact, it costs more because he has to import it into the island. So when you're small, you have problems competing with economies of scale. And that's what you're talking about, that sometimes it's actually cheaper to import vegetables and to grow them yourself. So we actually have 2 issues. One issue is what are we eating? Is it fresh fruits and vegetables? The second issue is where does it come from? Is it local or is it imported? And so we have to look at those 2 things slightly differently. But whether imported or grown locally, fresh fruits and vegetables are the best thing for your immune system, for all the processes that you need to take place inside your body, for even managing hypertension. You know, we need potassium to manage hypertension, and potassium comes from coconut water and fresh fruits and vegetables. So, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we have access to those things, and that's actually a motivation for some of us to do our backyard gardens.
Yes, yes, indeed. Indeed.
So would you say that that is the larger ambition of the FAN project, to get us back not only to healthy eating, but also encourage us to grow what we can?
Absolutely, absolutely. And to try and get us back to healthy eating, one of the things that we need to do, it doesn't solve the problem, but one essential part is education. So we need a very structured approach to educating people about healthy eating. And one of the things that we did is we helped CARICOM and CXC to revise their curricula for some of their subjects. So we could include some information there so the children in school could learn about it. Because, you know, these curricula were developed from back in the day with sanitation and hand washing and all that. And then it was revised a little bit with HIV. But there has been no revision that looks at unhealthy eating. So that's what we did. So we're hoping with that, the children can learn a little bit more about that. And then we also had the interventions with the Women's Farmers Academy in St. Kitts Nevis, where we also included some of this food and nutrition training for them.
Oh, I like that. Maybe you can let us know a bit about that, Women's Farmers Academy. And
right.
Obviously, it was targeted at women.
Yes. So there is a group in St. Lucia called Helen's Daughters. It's led by Keithlyn Carew, who is a very dynamic, very dedicated person. I think Helen was her grandmother. And so she is, carrying on the tradition of her grandmother being a farmer and so on. So I heard her speak at a webinar, maybe 2 years ago, and realized that although she was working in St. Lucia, this would be ideal for St. Kitts and St. Vincent, where we had our project. So we got together and agreed to create this Women's Farmers Academy based on the Helen's Daughters teaching. But of course, in the middle of that, we got COVID. So we had to sort of pause and restructure, and she actually was able to come up with a program for the Women's Farmers Academy where they had an online remote teaching. It's not easy to teach agriculture online. You can imagine,
exactly.
but they did it. They were successful, and we had overwhelming response from the women in St. Kitts. So it was very good.
Nice, because we actually had a guest on here, a doctor from Nevis who's also a veterinarian. I'm trying to recall her name.
Dr. Tony.
Dr. Kamara Louisi
Louisi, okay.
Yeah, based in Nevis. So once you mentioned Helen's Daughters, we made the connection.
Yes, yes.
How were those three countries selected? Jamaica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Kitts and Nevis?
Okay, so St. Kitts and Nevis was selected because former to this, you had a project called Farm to Fork, which was based in Nevis particularly. They were looking at school feeding in Nevis. And so the IDRC wanted us to work as a sort of part 2 of that, as well as including some of the follow-up that we did evaluating the Port of Spain Declaration. You will remember that in 2007, CARICOM heads of governments got together and issued the Port of Spain Declaration, uniting to tackle to reverse the epidemic of NCDs. So the university did a formal evaluation of that because countries were asked to do certain things. So 7 years later, we came and we did an evaluation to see, did the countries do these things that the heads of government asked them to do?
Okay.
And some of them were done and some not so much, as you would expect. But the weakest areas were diet, schools, and communication. So the IDRC in Canada, which funded that evaluation, also funded this project. And what they wanted us to do was to follow up from the evaluation of the Port of Spain with the diet, communication, and schools, those weaknesses. We should do something in this new project about that. And also they wanted us to follow up on the Farm to Fork project. So that's why St. Kitts was chosen, because it was in the Farm to Fork. St. Vincent was chosen because we have done some work there previously with community food and health. And in fact, that project linked St. Vincent with Fiji in the Pacific. Because, there are a lot of small island developing states in the Pacific, and they have very similar problems that the Caribbean small island states have. So we have been trying to link with them to work on some things together. And then Jamaica was chosen because it's the largest country and also does a lot of manufacturing and export to the region. So we thought if we could capture them, it could also influence other countries in the region. So.
Nice. Well, Dr. Samuels, we need to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
As a hypertensive patient, in my home, I reduce salt intake by not adding salt during the preparation of my food, not having a salt shaker on my table, limiting the consumption of salty snacks, and choosing products with low sodium content. That's why I am Salt Smart.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
watching Good Morning SKN. We are speaking with Alifa Samuels, the principal investigator in the Food and Nutrition Orphan Project. After 4 years of extensive research and intervention, the project will end in June 2022, and a closeout ceremony will be held here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Dr. Samuels, can you tell us what have been some of the findings of your research and some of the activities that will be held for the closeout ceremony here in St. Kitts?
Sure. So one of the things that we did at the very early in the project is that we got a lot of stakeholders together from different ministries and from the private sector and civil society, and we did what we call a mapping of the food system, because you can imagine the food system is a very complicated thing. The consumer is in the middle, but then you have all the producers, the importers, the manufacturers, the restaurant, it's a complicated system. So we got together and we created this map that everybody agreed that, okay, this is what the food system looks like. And then the participants tried to identify what points in the food system they thought the project could intervene in. So the interventions were based on an assessment of what the problems were and also what the pattern was and what we felt we could do in terms of, if you intervene at that point or at that point. So that was very interesting. We also had a lot of work done by the Health Economics Unit at the St. Augustine, UWI St. Augustine. And they had some interesting findings around, because they were asking people about price. Now, you talked earlier about how, expensive it is to eat healthy. And so that was explored, and it is true. But part of the thing also has to do with convenience. So people choose what they eat based on price, convenience, and taste. And we recognize that. In terms of price, sometimes it's a matter of choice, though, because I was at a place once and, food was being offered. One person bought a soda. The other person bought 2 slices of pineapple in a plastic bag and drank some pipe water. That was the same price. Those 2 things were the same price.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. So sometimes you can, in fact, yes. And if you go into the market or the supermarket, there are some vegetables that are very cheap, very, very cheap. Some are expensive. Some vegetables are very cheap. So we can buy those and use those. I think part of the problem is that, as one person in Jamaica said to me, people don't really consider vegetables to the food.
I think you're
they consider,
right, actually.
They think meat and starch, that's their food.
Yes, as Caribbean people, that's how we think.
Veggies are on the sides of the sandwich.
Veggies are just a little
and sometimes
extra.
it's just there, a slice of tomato to make it look pretty.
Yes.
The little red.
Yes.
But it's not really like part of the meal, it's just a decoration. We have to get away from that thing, half our plate should be vegetables. Half our plate should be vegetables.
Or it can even be just vegetables and the meat, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, on a regular basis, because your body needs all of those nutrients that come in fruits and vegetables, because the tinned food and the ultra-processed foods don't have in those things.
Lost everything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They lose everything in the processing, and they add unhealthy things.
Yes.
If you look at the tin of some of those things that you buy, some of those words there in the content, you can't even pronounce the word.
Yes.
And you are eating it.
Yes. There are some persons who say if they cannot read the ingredients, they don't buy.
Not eating it.
So,
what you're eating.
So Professor Alafia Samuels, tell us something. There's an upcoming event that we can look forward to in St. Kitts and Nevis?
Yes, on Friday, our project country lead in St. Kitts and Nevis is Latoya Matthew Duncan, and she has been working very hard with her team, including the women from the Women's Farmers Academy and some of the small grant recipients and so on. And in the square on Friday, we are going to be having a public event starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're going to be displaying some of the things that we have done over the time. There'll be music and there'll be entertainment and quizzes and a lot of fun. So we're inviting everybody to come down and have a look at what we have done.
Oh, okay. So there is, you mentioned some of the work involves looking at the various curriculum in the different islands. So in terms of those revisions, what are some of the key things that will be brought to the attention of the students?
Okay, so let's start with the babies. Originally, early childhood, which is 4 to 6, they didn't have anything at all about healthy eating or anything.
Wow.
So we, working with CARICOM, we actually created something for the first time for the very, very little ones.
Okay.
Then the older ones, like from 6 to 11, they had the traditional HFLE curriculum, which, as we said, was, sanitation and HIV and so.
Yes.
So what we brought in there is trying to explain to them, for example, hidden sources of sugar. So we taught them all the different ways and the names, different names for sugar. Sometimes when you look for sugar, you don't see sugar, but you see high fructose corn syrup, maltose, you see all these other names.
Yes.
So you need to know that is sugar too, right? So we taught them about that. We're also showing them how to look on packages to calculate how much sugar is in a drink. So, sometimes you'll see a drink and it says fruit juice and you say, oh, that's great, it's healthy. But look for how much added sugar is in there.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
All right.
Yes.
So, Dr. Samuel, what is the major takeaway you envision the public having from this research project?
Eat natural.
I like that.
You heard it here first, folks, on our 100th episode.
Natural.
Natural.
Yes, and just remind folks, where is the event and when? In St. Kitts and Nevis?
This Friday, the 20th. And we're meeting in the square. It's open, so everybody can come down and join us and see what we have done.
Thank you very much, Professor Samuel. It was our pleasure
Happy
having you here on Good Morning.
Thank
you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Take care. Bye. We'll be right back after this short commercial.
Self-health management refers to the measures people take to manage their own health. You and I should remember to wash hands often with soap and water, or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Take your temperature morning and evening. Watch for symptoms. Persons with diabetes or hypertension are reminded to take your medication regularly as prescribed. If you have no symptoms, you may carry out your normal routine and boost your immune system. When you are outside, avoid public spaces and wear a mask at all times. If you develop symptoms, put on a mask and seek medical care. Do not take public transportation. Inform the doctor of your travel history, any contact with confirmed or suspected cases, your occupation, and whether anyone around you has similar symptoms. If you become ill, please rest at home. Wear a mask and isolate yourself from others in your household. If you share a bathroom, disinfect daily using 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. Everyone must work together to reduce the spread of the coronavirus. Hi. If you are a smoker, please pay attention to this message. According to the World Health Organization, there are 1.3 billion smokers in the world today, and tobacco kills 1 out of every 2 smokers. Did you know that there is enough nicotine in 5 cigarettes to kill an average adult if ingested whole? There are more than 7,000 chemicals in tobacco smoke, of which more than 250 are known to be harmful. More than 69 are known to cause cancer, and 16 are classified as Group 1 carcinogens. Smoking kills. Are you ignoring that warning every time you smoke? Please stop. Smoking can lead to severe health complications and even death. It affects almost every organ in the body, especially the lungs and heart. It raises blood pressure, increases blood clots, and increases the risk of stroke, heart attack, and cancer. It is hard to quit smoking, but it is not impossible. Don't let tobacco destroy you. Remember the 4 Ds to curb your tobacco cravings. 1. Delay. Set a time limit before you decide to smoke. 2. Drink water. Go get a drink before you do anything else. 3. Do something else. Have a goodie bag handy of other things to do. And 4. Deep breathing. Take at least 10 deep breaths every time you think about smoking. Quit smoking and live a longer and happier life. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, St. Kitts and Nevis.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
If you gradually use less salt, you will gradually want less salt. Eating less salty foods will reduce your cravings for salty foods. Let's get salt smart.
For dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Back on our 100th episode here on Good Morning SKN. We are beyond excited about this. To join in the celebration, we are pleased to welcome 2 of our previous guests, Malia Erskine and Jamal Butler, who is better known as the Turkey Killer. So welcome, guys.
Welcome. We brought you back today because guess what? Malia, you have the most views on our social media platforms. And next we have Turkey Killer with the second most views on our social media platforms. So we thought it was just fitting that you guys come here with us today. And there's somebody hiding behind there.
I decided to make a reappearance. We're calling out Mr. Turkey.
Mr. Turkey. I love it. I love it.
To reappear for the show this one time, see how everything is going.
Yes.
Welcome back, Harvey.
Malia, what has it been like for you since the interview?
Well, shortly after the interview, I would be walking through the streets, and then there would be a few people who recognized me, and then that was a bit overwhelming because I just be minding my business, and someone's like, hold up, you're the girl, the 14-year-old girl who went to college? And I mean, I still get recognized as that, but I don't get so many, oh my God, is that you? Like, you don't get stopped in the street as much, but I was a bit overwhelmed at first, then I got comfortable with it. Honestly really liked being on the show.
Nice. It was a pleasure having you and your mom on the show.
And she was on quite early too. The 10th
one of the
episode.
earlier shows.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so thank you for doing that.
I can say something crazy about Malia. Let me just go over school show. It's my good friend from a long time.
Oh, yes.
She's younger than me. So crazy to me that you intelligent, like you're up there, like, I am intelligent, big brain.
Yes.
I run things actually, they don't believe it. But
so from one smart person to the next.
Yeah.
So that's just how it is. As you can see, my name, Jaime Fernando Rodriguez Martinez.
Oh, yes. Loving all of that. So we also had Mr. Turkey Killer. So
infamous.
We know you were famous before because that is how you came to our attention. You were on our social media platforms. So tell us, what has it been like since the show?
And since after the interview, many people ask me for my autograph. Get in contact with me. They want to know how I get there. And I told them it's all about creativity and it's all about self-loving. So once you believe in yourself and just show the works, the fans will get to understand the kind of person who I am.
Okay, so Jamal, have you made any other outfits? Have you done any other photo shoots since your appearance on the show?
Outfit as well.
It's very formal for the 100.
I did different photo shoot. I did one for Valentine, and I still did one for a friend of mine during her birthday. But I did not post them on my social media. I send them to her on WhatsApp to let her know. You show it to yourself. I don't have to let everyone know that I did it. But if you want to tell them who did it, it's up to you to tell them. But she was shocked when I give her all that spotlight that I've been holding.
Talk about spotlight.
I'm sure your work should be recognized,
Yeah.
You should work until you don't have to introduce yourself anymore. So somebody just sees it and boom.
There goes Turkey Killer.
Well, once they see the work is looking well complete with high qualities, they should understand it's half done by me.
So, Jamal, did you design your suit?
Yes, I always come up with my own design, and anytime there's a different event, a different suit for a different occasion.
I love it. And he's well dressed for our 100th episode.
I didn't get the memo.
And you see, when it comes to different things, is I always say something new.
Something new. I love it.
So Malia, what about you? Have you how are you with school? Are you on break? Are you preparing for exams? What's going on?
I mean, well, there really isn't any break when it comes to college. But currently, I am focusing on studying for my CAPE exams because I'd like to have all grade ones. But I'm also trying to balance out being a part of the Student Government Association as well as the different clubs such as the CFBC Dance Ensemble, Dynamic Innovations, and Dynamic Achievers.
So you're busy as usual.
Very busy.
You're part of all the clubs of the college now.
So, Malia, do you see yourself in the future in politics?
No. I'm more interested in the field of science and technology.
Oh, okay.
You can join the politics field. We need some people right now.
Well, that's the topic at the moment, folks. But hey, we're neutral here at GMSK.
We are on our 100th episode.
On our 100th episode. So we invite one and all to come.
So, Malia, what was your highlight on your episode of the show? The 10th episode, we remind our viewers.
My highlight? I'm sorry.
Yeah, what was your highlight?
What did you
on the
enjoy
10th
the most?
episode?
Well, I would say that the part that I really liked was when they asked me to give a message to other people. Like I wasn't prepared for that, but I feel like what I said, it may have touched some people, and I'm really proud.
Oh. Right. So what was the best part for you, Turkey Killer?
The best part was reaching out to the people around the world who couldn't see me right now, but see me right here.
And I can't see you in person, but it's still
right here.
Good Morning SKN.
And Turkey Killer was on episode 24, so pretty early, and he's back.
Mr. Killer. People call you Mr. Killer? I do remember that when your episode came out, I had a lot of people messaging me talking about they came out. I have this particular aunt who's watching right now only for you. So, you know, you're your fans right now. Yes. So, I'm glad to have you back.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not afraid to come. You need me, just call me. Just call me and I'll be there.
There you have it, folks. Turkey Killer will be back.
I know. He's always there, just a call away, as you mentioned.
And
Jaime, of course. He was on episode what, Jaime? What episode were you on?
April 1st? I don't remember.
Yeah, April 1st.
I don't know any episode, but April 1st came on. You know, I would have liked to be up there with these two viral sensations. But, you know, the reason I wasn't up there is because I was illegal.
And we're still wondering about his status right now.
Exactly.
Wow. And we expect to see the security break through that door any minute.
Time now for Jaime.
Any minute. So, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll have more fun for you. We'll be back, and maybe you can guess what my design on my shirt looks like, and then you can know what will be happening in our final segment of this morning's show. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for our 100th episode.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
I eat some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Ready? Welcome back, and here we go, Hortensia. Good morning, SKN! There, yeah, my shirt represents confetti. And guess what, guys? That is our 100th episode.
Yep.
And we have a bit more time, do we?
Yeah, we have a bit more time. Yeah, because we're winding down. This part.
Okay, so here's the thing. This episode, we had So much fun. We looked at some of the things that we did before, or we discussed some of the things we did before. Then we went back down and town, Bastaire, and we looked at some of the things. So maybe we can finish by asking our guests, what or who would they like to see on GMS again? Who would you like to see, Malia?
That's a hard. I'm not sure if she's been here, but I would definitely like to see Janine Hanley. She's the owner of Leap Studio.
And they happen to have a dance recital coming up at the end of this month.
May 29th.
And just to give them a little bit of advertising, yes.
Are you dancing?
Oh, yes. Tickets are being sold at the Leap Studio over at Frigate Bear, and they're being sold at $40. The show is on May 29th at 5 p.m. over at the Marriott Ballroom.
And who would you like to see?
I'm not sure, but anyone who is interested to come to SKN, they just make up their mind and they just arrive.
I like it. Just arrive. You just arrived.
Nice. So that's been quite a bit of fun, quite a bit of activity. And we have some critical guests who will be coming up as well. So maybe we can just give you a heads up, because tomorrow happens to be our World Day of the Boy Child. And so that is something that we can look forward to, because it's going to be another panel. We've had panels on for International Women's Day. And so we had guests who came up and talked about female issues, and we had a response from men in terms of what they thought of what those women said on International Women's Day. And what else can we have coming up?
Well, I see we have music festival guests, international.
So music festival guests, music festival is another topic that's been talked about, because we're anticipating having quite a few artists. Who are you guys looking forward to seeing from music festival? Are you going?
No, sorry.
I'm not sure if I'm going.
You're not sure if you're going either.
Oh, okay.
But guys, there's quite a few guests who are coming up. Maybe Hortensia can tell us some of them.
You mean the guests at the music festival? Oh my God! I know Keisha Cole
and Bunji Garlin and Sayan Lion.
Jamie's the name Jamie can call Popcorn. Who else? See, Byron Messiah. Yeah, Stevie mentioned Byron Messiah.
Byron Messiah. And
New Vibes.
And there are so many other local artists and regional artists and international artists who will be coming up. So don't go anywhere because St. Kitts is going to be the place to be. Just like how Good Morning SKN
is the place
to be.
So thank you for joining us today. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, where you can continue to see what's happening, and you can continue to see guests like Malia and Turkey Killer. So you can follow us on Facebook and
Forget Jaime.
Instagram.
Jaime Rodriguez Martinez.
Something like that. I don't even know.
And of course, YouTube at Studio 327 INC. Like, subscribe, follow, and share.
And leave us a comment and let us know which was your favorite part of today's episode or any other episode right here on Good Morning SKN. So see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. when you start your morning
with us.
Right here on
Good Morning